Hello, and welcome back to S-Rank, the only home of video games. My name is Ethan, and it's a great day for fishing. Earlier today it rained, now it's a gloomy overcast that just feels wet. I look outside at my car, and I feel like I'd be wet inside my car if I went to go do the errands I wanted to do today. I'm going to do them tomorrow. Yeah, and this is Gone Video Game Fishin'. This is our third outing here, and I have a lineup of four new video games, a sequel to a pair of games we played on the prior two outings, and a new beginning of a franchise that we're going to play as well. Yeah, we have only done 8 games so far. We have at the top of our kind of ranking here, the only A rank. Or higher, we have Top Angler. I loved that PS2 game. It is such a fun style. And I feel like another PS2 game today might be doing something similar when I booted it up to make sure it worked. I saw a similar vibe, so I'm excited for that one. And then we have TNN Bass Tournament of Champions, not to be confused with other TNN outdoor something or other games. Super Nintendo, that one was fun. Bassmasters 2000 on the 64 was surprising, actually, to me, how, I don't want to say immersive, but, like, more immersive than I was expecting for that platform. And then Real Fishing 2 and its original, very fun, pretty games. I like that pre-rendered aesthetic. And then we at the very bottom, and also third from the bottom, the Black Bass and its sequel, the Black Bass USA, also known as the Black Bass 2 in Japan. Games that we're going to return to. In fact, I know I put these asterisks means we're going to return to them. We are going to return to Virtual Fishing when I can play that in 3D. Or just I'll mention it if I play it on like my 3DS here, which I have that emulator set up. I never moved any of the files over. But I do want to revisit both of these the Black Bass games because I feel like I was way too generous to them. 84, I get it. That's an early Famicom game that didn't come to the West here, and its sequel did. An 88 game I feel like is in prime. Games can aspire to be Zelda levels of like. The complexity and a certain visual style that I'm kind of expecting there. And both of these games were kind of dreadful. And we're playing the third game today. We're playing the Blue Marlin, also developed by Hot B. This is an even later release. This is 91. So I'm hoping that it's better. I'm hoping this is the turnaround because we have a Black Bass game in every single one of these streams so far, no pun intended, because there's so many in this franchise. There's over a dozen of these games. They eventually start calling themselves Super Black Bass. I think the Super Nintendo might be the first instance where they do that, but like on Game Boy and all that, you got Hyper Black Bass, and just then later, in more modern consoles, more recent consoles, they just default to Super Black Bass and then a name or whatever. So at some point, these games must be getting good enough that they sell well enough. You know what I mean? So maybe the Blue Marlin will turn it around for us today. We also have our first PC release. This is a Windows 95 or a Windows 3.1 release as well. Trophy Bass, I actually have it here. My camera is flipped, so you'll just have to trust me that if you read that backwards, it does say Trophy Bass. The disc is in my PC, not the PC that you see the spreadsheet on. Another older PC, because this is a Windows 16-bit program, and modern Windows is not that backwards compatible. It just simply isn't. So I had to resort to one of my very first computer that I owned personally. It wasn't a family computer; it was mine, and we'll be experimenting with that game. It'll be interesting, I will say. Not everything seems to want to work, but I definitely ripped the ROM onto this computer here, and we have some stuff we'll look at after we play. That'll be interesting. And then we have Action Bass for the original PlayStation. I have no idea what this title is going to be. I let it go to the main menu, and I'm like, cool, this works. That's it. And then Fisherman's Challenge by Konami, developed actually in-house by Konami, not just published by them. Because Action Bass, while it's developed by Vigne Un Systems Corporation, published by Take-Two. So there was a major publisher about it. What's up, Brett? How's it going? Anything you play is interesting. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was a bit of an experiment. I'm glad I was able to get everything working for these PC titles before today's stream, because I didn't want to like delay it or anything like that. But I do own both Trophy Bass here for Windows 95 and its sequel, Trophy Bass 2. I actually have the deluxe version because there was an expansion. Both of those work, so one day that sequel will be on there, and its third game, Trophy Rivers, and maybe any others as well. I kind of want to collect old PC titles now that I know I can actually run them, and not just like, GOG is awesome for stuff like that, but these titles weren't on good old games. They certainly weren't on Steam. So, not everything is available on the digital platforms there, and trying to run a virtual machine of Windows 3.1 or 95 or, 3.1. People remember 3.1 or Windows 3.0 really, but 3.1 as a big like departure from MS DOS, right? And it was like, oh, it's like the Mac. You have an actual window desktop there, but Windows 3 and 3.1 were actually like it was a shell. In the background, it was running command prompts and all that stuff. It was a DOS-style setup. But Windows NT, and then you get into 95, were actual kernel-based Windows programs. What's up, David? How's it going? And goodbye. So yeah, we will be playing that PC title second here on the list, because I want to go through our 4 games chronologically in the order that they released in. And so I guess we're going to begin with a late NES game, probably after the Super Nintendo actually launched. It was in that kind of phase where, like, new consoles, we didn't really have that precedent of, like, no, everyone wants the new thing. You don't need to make games for the old thing. There was, a couple of years there where NES games were still coming out because there was a lot of them. Will they sell? Who knows? But yeah, we rank these titles on a 5-point scale on 4 different metrics here. Environment, which is not only the graphics and the ambiance and whatnot, but like we're talking about within the lens of fishing, not just the video game itself. I don't really care that much about like the main menu or anything like that, or anything beyond it. But like when you're on the pond, on the lake, wherever you are, standing next to a stream, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Does it feel appropriate? Does it inspire what you might want to do in real life? Music and sound, this is specifically what it's like before you strike, you get a fish, whatever you want to call it. And then while you're actually reeling in, what do all of that sound like? Does that sound exciting or fun? How does it work? And this is all relative to the platforms that they're on, right? So I feel like I was a bit too generous to the Black Bass 1 and 2 there, because I feel like there are better stuff going on the NES, so we might find that out today. Fish variety doesn't just mean different types of fish. It also means how relative to the the platform and expectations for it, how many different ways you can attempt to get a fish. Do you have a bunch of different lures, rods, locations, weather conditions, that type of stuff, in addition to how many fish are there? So that's what that is. And then the fishing feel is just down to controls. There's a lot of different ways in which games attempt to do the act of fishing. I know nowadays we kind of established you cast, and then it's more about like the left and right on the analog stick away from where the fish is pulling, and then you have that tension. You don't want to snap your line, so you're releasing and stuff like that. But we're going to see today a couple different control schemes. Some surprising, I will say. Some very surprising. So I guess we're just going to hop into it now, and we're going to begin with the Blue Marlin. Let's see how this works. We'll probably have to lower the volume. Yes, I will. Because this is pretty loud in my ears. I like that roiling sea we have out there at night. The endless summer, Hawaii. Miami. Okay. Here at the base for marlin fishing. Begins the challenging struggle. I like it. Now you are the challenger. Oh, sweet. Uh-huh. Alright. I was not expecting a very bossa nova style soundtrack on the main menu here. This kind of rules. I love the three colors of blue there that they're cycling through. It looks kinda sick. I'm not gonna lie. I like what I'm seeing. Oh, okay. That wasn't me pressing a button. Alright. Let's begin. Yeah, 1991. This game had used a password system, so it's not battery backup. So we could find a password for like a late game, you know, whatever. But or at least I'm sure it's just records. Let's see. Enter your name. Oh. So far, so good. Is your name correct? I think so. Ooh, Florida, the weather is clear, and the arid temperature of 79 degrees Fahrenheit exists. We have a beautiful intro to the Lion King as our backdrop here. Okay. Are these... Oh, this is Florida, so those are orange trees. What a nice little touch. Right? Are those orange trees? I mean, not that you would know. Okay, where shall we go today? Fishing Point, Palm Beach, Miami, Cape Canaveral. Almost called it Carnival. Alright. This music. I dig it. It defaulted to this. I mean, it's only just 3, right? I guess we'll just start with Palm Beach. Why not? Oh. So the previous games had just an overall map, but... Okay. And press holding the A button to drive around. It's like I got an anchor behind me. No, that's not an anchor, that's, Oh, do I have to hook the fish by... Okay, B is just reverse. Start. Yeah. Okay. This is not rod casting. This is, having them trail behind you. We have our little sun in the bottom corner. Is that meant to indicate a time? Select brings up... Okay. Current line is at 110 pounds. 200 feet. It's not bad, I guess. As a default. Okay. Now, will we be able to actually see those, or is those a depth of lure? A floater. Let's go 20 feet below the surface. Okay, hey Ethan, I feel a bite on your rod. Is there another guy on my boat while I drive? Oh, I really have to slowly hold down. Interesting. I'm seeing bubbles appear above the fish's head. Is that meant to be him tiring? Oh, the hook came out. Damn. Okay. I love this very melancholic, one day we'll see each other again end of a sitcom episode where the main character's estranged parent visits for the episode and they're a guest star, you know? And so they're only there for the episode, but then they gotta leave. Oh. So I have to chase after the fish. I see. Oh, but I guess they don't like it when you just swim over them. Drive over them. This is interesting, I will say, I guess, just overall. Oh. Okay. Got a bite on a rod. Go for it, the fish is very exhausted. Okay, thanks, buddy. Oh, sweet. It's reeling in fast. The line's reeling out quickly. He was resting, I bet. Okay. We're still reeling him in. Okay, we're getting him in. Holding down doesn't reel, but it's just... I see. Okay, we're getting them slowly but surely. Vitality, is that me or the fish? Or the line? Line's reeling out quickly, he was resting, I bet. Okay. Oh, damn. Even more? What? I mean, these are big fish. They're heavy. Marlins aren't bass, right? They're bigger. It's just, I'm getting tired. I think that's my own vitality. So hold B down. Alright, press B to lower that. And am I gaining my vitality back? I see. I am. Okay. Yeah, the vitality, I believe, is meant to be mine. What is holding left and right do? Holding down is just kind of holding this in place while I lose my vitality quickly. He's going even faster now? Oh my god, 300 feet? How am I supposed to tire him out? I press select here. What do you want to do? Reverse the boat. I wonder how far it goes before it's like, too far. No, he's zooming. Just straight up pauses. Just an instant pause. Okay. You gotta cut the line. We're not gonna catch that fish. Okay. So thumbing the line, that's what B is doing here. I'm just gonna see what happens. Yeah, the line snaps. Okay. I assume that's what that sound was. It's similar. Oh man. Alright. Some slowdown here for everyone. Damn. Why don't we try... Well, do we have to wait until the time is up before we get to, like, move on? Hello? Oh. Oh, this is an actual Blue Marlin. The other fish were different. Or this is meant to be a big one. Jeez. Start reversing the boat. Which I assume we're on the back of the boat, right? That's where our line was. Does that mean we're kind of like easing into it? How are you supposed to tire this guy out? Damn. I just ran out of line. He just took the whole thing. I gotta catch one of these. Let's try changing heavier line. Use an eyeball. We'll keep the depth the same. Yeah, nothing's different on the visual here. It is still just a anchor-looking thing. Do they not like the eyeball? See, will they bite this? Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're reeling them in slowly, but... Okay. Seeing two sets of the bubbles above his head, or whatever. The blue dots above the fish's head. Okay, cool. It's heading our way. Oop. Okay. He's getting tired. I think. Let's get him. Damn. It's a nice little loop. Okay. Damn. Yeah, dousing it with water, probably a bad idea. It's probably just reduced the amount of friction. Yeah, he's coming in. It's close, but give him some time. And here we go. Nice. The catch is a Dorado. And it weighs about 200 pounds. Damn. Huge. Yeah, I'll keep the fish. Yeah, fine. Fine by me. Can we catch a seagull? I think we got a little road. We have our dock. Looks like we got people playing on the sand. Or they're fighting. Oh, cars driving by. We got a fish. Uh-huh. Hey, under 200 feet. So far, this rhythm is working. Kind of waiting till the tension beeps or whatever much higher. Then thumbing the line. And just kind of laying off. Let him hold off a little bit, undo the thumbing, just reel in like crazy. This guy must be lighter then, because we're having such an easy time, relatively. Okay, well, I guess the fish was resting. I want to know who this sunglassed dude is. Again? Okay. He's got 2 sets of bubbles. Alright, the reel is smoking. What will you do? Free the drag. Ugh. Alright. We'll hold off. See how this works. Reel is smoking again. Okay. We were like less than 20 feet, and now we're at 90. Okay. Nice. Got him. That's right, you need someone else there to help you pull the freaking 200-pound in. Or this guy's only 100 pounds. We'll keep him, yeah. Be able to carry 10 fish. Alright. Another fish, let's go. So holding back kind of pauses the line a bit. And then when we release, we're able to reel in just so much faster. Interesting. And he already has 2 sets of blue bubbles or whatever. Okay, let our vitality regenerate. I want to know what left and right are supposed to do. We gotta take a break. Damn. Again? Just hold him down, hold him down. Really let him struggle against it. Oh man, this fish is going for it. I need to take a second. Okay, we need another second. Damn. Come on. Alright, we need to replenish all of this vitality. Let's just sit here until the thing is full again. Okay. I wonder if vitality also indicates how it isn't just like when you run out, you're done. It's more of a your strength, maybe? Granted, the fish also has its own stuff going on, right? Okay. Replenish. Holding back, holding back. Wish the water was animated a little bit more. Just more frames, you know? It's kind of just ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. They just have it scroll, you know what I mean? Alright, we got this one. Easy. Nice. Only 100? Let's change our lure to the plug. No? Oh, yes. Ooh. I think this is the Blue Marlin itself. Uh-huh. Yep. We're gonna get a Blue Marlin. Okay. Ease off. Uh-huh. It's different music too, and the fish is different visual in the water, not in the bottom right corner. Yep. He's coming in. Less than 100 feet. Okay. Lay off. Line tension, etc. Oh! Fish is very exhausted. Perfect. Yeah. Reel is smoking. Sorry, had a sneeze. Okay, we were told he's exhausted, so... What? You can't catch a Blue Marlin if it's... under 200? Man. No wonder it was easy. Oh, the sun is up. Oh, is it just it moves up as time goes on? I'm gonna say we caught a Blue Marlin. It was just too late. So does the depth of the water here affect the fish at all? We'd love to see some fish, you know. Uh-huh. Also looking at the line being tugged into the fish's mouth, and I think that indicates when it's good to start doing this. Like when you're really reeling them in. mean, here it just looks like he's jacking off. Is the left and right just fun? Is that all it's meant for? I mean, you can hold back and left and right. Five feet away, really tire him out. Got him. Ooh, barracuda. Creepy thing. Weighs about 200. So the weights are in increments of just 100. We have yet to see anything that's like a 50 or a 25. You know what I mean? Well, now the sun's the top right corner. Scram, fish. Are they gonna swim into the sand and disappear? Yeah. Come on. Cool. Oh, new music. This is harder music. Oh no, he's strong. This guy's strong. No, he's way too strong. Damn. Okay. It's the same music again. Really gotta tire him out. If we can get him to turn around, then I think I can... Oh, well, I guess if you just do that long enough, then that happens. But it's nice that different fish have different songs. Or at least, I don't know. Easy fish, hard fish, the Blue Marlin. Perhaps. Maybe that's how they decide. Yep, reel him in. Bam. Reel him in. I'll say, I haven't really mentioned it, but I've been observing it. Good animation on the reel here. I like how they're showing the actual dial spinning, and then I don't know what you call it, but where your hand goes, the little part where your hand holds on. It's good as well. But also, there's not much... I don't want to give it a lot of credit, because, like, it's not like there's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? They can afford to have that bottom of the screen cycle through so many different sprites and stuff like that. Alright, here we go. Smash. Right in the face. This is another Dorado. No, it's a barracuda again. Yeah, sure, we'll keep it. The sun is still in the top left corner of the screen. Top right, rather. Oh, that's a marlin. No. Fuck. I bumped into the edge of the screen. Okay. I got an achievement called the Ultimate Troll. Good for me, I suppose. I don't think I've gotten any achievements for catching fish, just hooking them. Let our vitality go up 2 more notches, so 1 more notch. Huh? And then release. Okay, sub 300. Reeling them in pretty quickly. Okay. See, the Blue Marlin jumps. None of the other fish jump. That's how you know it's, like, the cool one. Oh. Rest a second here. I really don't know what left and right are supposed to do. Or down, for all that matters, means, whatever. Because holding down is kind of just letting them go more, but still reducing vitality. Damn. I'm gonna have to take a second here to regain vitality, I think. Unless we can just kind of reel them in. Yeah, I'm gonna need to let go. Let's get it back up to the in line with the box on the right there. Okay. And release. Much better. The reel is smoking. So is it dousing with water keeps your... I'm wondering what the risk and reward is, because free the drag always works. I've never done do nothing. Let's do nothing. Will my rod explode? I used gunpowder to lube the line up. I know it didn't make sense, but it was my only idea. There we go. Got him. Because the idea is you're hooking into it to yank it up, but it just looks like you're just, bam, straight in the head. Just punch in the face. A tuna. 500 pounds. That's why they called it a troll, because it looks like a marlin. Body strength is now level C. Ooh, so you have strength, huh? That's what the password system, I bet, is helping with. Okay. We've done this one game for almost an hour now, so I think after this fish we're gonna call it and rank it, because I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Let's get him to turn around. Okay. He's heavy, though. Okay. Fish is getting a little tired. I like this game. I like this game. This is much closer to what I wanted from the prior Black Bass games. Granted, the first one we played wasn't in English, so it's hard to really judge how in-depth that game was, depending on what it was saying, right? This one is much better. Might reset so we can view another one of the... Let's play Fast and Loose. There we go. So there's a risk and reward. Release the drag always seems to work, but you just lose distance. Or you gain distance? Whatever. Negative distance. 400-pound Dorado. Now, is there a way to just retire for the day? Muscle power, D. Body strength, C. Skill, D. I've got menus nested upon menus nested upon menus. Current time. Wow, okay. Yeah, how do we, get to the results? 'Cause I feel like we've been doing this fishing outing for a while. Just thunk. Turbo is just you rapidly starting the motor, but not actually, throttling. Ah, I want to just move on. Just seeing if there's, like, button combinations that would do it. Well, let's restart. And, pick a... Yeah. Just want to see the other maps. Guy's just running up and down. Much more vertical stage here. We got some rocks, okay. Lighthouse. Yeah, alright. We have some stage variety. Maybe we'll just sit here for a second. Oh. I never, well, I did some changes in RetroArch. We're not gonna have backing music for this. My apologies. Actually, I might as well close that now. Okay. The Blue Marlin. Much better than I was expecting. Let's get it situated here. And delete that part. Okay. A neat game. I loved the way it looked, I don't know. I like the music. It's a little bit more in depth. There was some stats there, and just the you got the sense that there was mechanics, and that's weird to say, but the actual fishing itself, you got the sense that there was actual game mechanics there. With the other two black bass games, it was just a mystery toss up. Like it could just be flipping a coin for all I know, stuff like that. Like it's way too vague. Here you can tell. It took me a little bit, but you can tell what things were doing, um, and I was actually able to then take advantage of that. So to me, that's pretty good. Environment. The stages looked nice, even when you're sitting at sea. That looked pretty nice. Yeah, the whole presentation of the game is pretty sweet. And seeing the fish swim around and having it be a game, obviously your line is behind you and you're dragging it. Having that be a thing where you're driving the boat around and having to get the hook to where the fish are is cool, because that's implying you see other types of fishing games where like it's just throw the line out there and you don't know if you're supposed to be reeling in. Like it's again too vague. Here it tells you straight up you want the hook to be where the fish are, so get it there. You know what I mean? The whole thing on environment, I'd say pretty sweet for the NES. Granted, it's a 91 game, it's later, blah blah blah, but music and sound, I feel like all of it was really good. The sound effects themselves, whatever, the motor, blah blah blah, but reeling in the fish, the line tension sound was good. There's a lot of different musical cues for different moments, different types of fish, and just the soundtrack was good. I'm gonna give it a 5. Our first 5 for the NES in general. Fish variety. There was different lures, lines, line weights rather, and distances and depth. It doesn't really visually show that. It's just menu options, which is fine. You know what I mean? And for this console, it's fine. I guess the hook graphic there. Granted, it's in like 8-way directional sprite. They could visually change that a little bit to signify what, even if it's just a color change, to signify what lure is on there. At the very least, they could have done not much more, because again, it's an abstraction, right? 300 feet, the boat is much bigger, blah blah blah, right? But all that said, I don't know. I feel like for the platform itself, it's solid. It's good. I'm not gonna say it's amazing. I wasn't blown away. I'll give that a 4. And fishing feel relative to the other two games. Again, this had actual mechanics. I felt like I was doing stuff, if that makes sense. I felt like I actually had control. I knew what I was doing. I actually felt like I knew what I was doing. I don't know. It's strange to admit that there, but relative to the other NES games, it felt like, yep, I got this one. I got this one. It took me a second, took me a minute, took me several minutes, but once I got it set, I was like, cool, this is the flow of how this works, and I was able to, just keep doing it. Solid for the platform. Never figured out what left and right meant, whether it was just a visual flair or alternating. Would that help tire the fish out? Not entirely sure, to be fair. Yeah, I'll give that another 4. Which then means this is another A rank. Wow. I believe there are other NES fishing games left on the platform. I believe there are several. So we'll see what they're at. The Blue Marlin, an excellent fishing video game for the NES. Now we're going to move on to another game. We're going to move on to another platform. We're going to move on to another control method. We're going to move on to an entirely different ecosystem here. I'm waiting for something to go into sleep mode. What's going on here? Why does it say HDMI 2 isn't active? Let's see. Yeah, no, it's still there. You see it in the capture card, but my monitor here is not taking it in. That went away. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to be playing Trophy Bass. I have it loaded up in my Windows Vista computer here. This is the first computer I personally owned. You can see my hard drive is almost completely full. This was a pretty big hard drive for the time. This is, I never put a new hard drive in this. This was 350, I guess it would have been hard drive size. And yes, it's mostly full of junk, but the DVD drive works and it's able to run 16-bit Windows applications. I'm going to use the restroom, and then we're going to return. We're just going to leave it on screen. No, we're going to go to our standby. Sorry, I'll be right back. I really got to pee. All right, we are here. Yes, we're going to see how this goes. Let's first determine, I should be able to hear, I do hear it. It's a little bit low on the volume. That might be okay. I'm just going to raise the volume on the capture card a little bit here. This mouse is not the most comfortable that I'm using. I got this, I mainly got the keyboard, but it came with the mouse. It's an interesting little keyboard that I got for cheap, and it came with a mouse, and they share the same 2.4 gram little wireless adapter thingy. But the mouse itself is weird and not comfortable. Let's open it up. So here's the thing. This game has a lot of full motion video in it. Whenever it wants to play a video, doesn't show it. We only hear it, but it doesn't show it, unfortunately. Now that being said, I did rip the ROM onto my actual computer, and we're going to watch some of those videos after we play, so we get the scope here. It's a little funny. Let's begin. Have it load in. Oh. Auto run. Auto run. Boot disk. Very funny. Yeah, we can actually watch the videos probably in here. I don't know. I couldn't get them to run in the actual game. Yes, I would like to run it. This is version 1.2 of the game. So Trophy Bass 2 is already out. So they have the advertisement for it in there, which is a little funny. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Or is this just a graphic for it? A little loud, huh? Let's lower that volume. There we go. Yeah, not playing the full motion video, we're just hearing it. Don't worry, we'll be able to see the game. I also have to make this entire window full screen. Give it a second here. Loading. Again, this Windows Vista machine, not the best way to play this Windows 95 game, but at least runs. And it does not run on my Windows 11 machine. Does not run. Give it a second here. Oh, there we go. And yes, this is the size of the window here. We do have options up in here, and it does have all of our stuff up in here. I would hit how to, but it's just going to show nothing while we hear things, so we're just going to begin. Let's fish a lake. Now, this is pretty much an entirely mouse-based game. Quick fish. Creating the virtual lake. And yes, this is the perspective here. This is it. So we release there. That's where the thing is going to go. And we can press this to cast. And now our mouse is a little reel. Hold it down, he starts to reel. Gonna right click brings it all the way in. And we can move the boat around. We can adjust the reeling speed. Come on, buddy. You don't like this? Click this guy.
An overhand cast is best for distance and accuracy.
Thank you. That brings us over to our lure, and then we can set a new position for it. There are no fish in the live well. What did that grease up my line? Click this, and then it goes to load in our lure selection. We'll go with... Yeah, I kind of want to go with the top water. So you have all of these options, but again, we could also just go into here and do it. Game clock. Let's see what I want. Oh yeah, we can change the difficulty of the game. Where, yes, conditions, a much more accurate window. We can actually change the time of day if we really want. We can change the weather. That would be raining. Season is spring. The wind speed. .40, I don't know if that's meant to be miles per hour or just whatever number. Change the direction of the wind. And the temperature of both the water and the air. We'll see if we can catch a fish. I just love that they just took an overhead photo of a guy. It said, reel from this angle. Reel from this angle. Reel from this angle. You know what I mean? And now, speaking about the vagueness of fishing, again, I'm not sure if I am supposed to be doing anything here. Um, is this good? You know what I mean? Giving the thing a little bit of motion, is that good? Hang on, I can right click to completely drag it in. Get our boat a little bit closer. Close as we're going, I guess. Okay. Holding it down to cast farther. Let me mute this real quick. That should sound a little bit better. Fish aren't moving. Come get my thing, boys. Go back to what we had at the beginning. There we go. Yep. Come on, come on. I'm just holding down left mouse button and angling the mouse around. MIDI music here is a little funny. I don't even see where he is. Oh yeah, he's in the top right. Come on, buddy, get tired. Okay. Coming down, he's coming down. There we go, there we go. The hook pulled out on the jump? Oh. So then, that's the cycle of the game. And could not update my iCloud bookmarks. It's been about a decade since I used this computer. I messed around with it a lot. I put a lot of stupid stuff on here. All right. Come on, fish. There we go. And we got him. We got a channel fish. He's 1 pound and 4 ounces. Wow, look at him. I moved the window around? No. We'll put him in the live well. Look at us. Oh, I can make the window bigger. Not much bigger. That is literally as big as it gets. Can I make this window bigger? Player info. What city am I from? Fishland. Fish. Oh. New York. Okay. This game didn't have network modes or anything like that. Its sequel does, so I find it interesting. It's like, what city are you from? Like, why does that matter? Standings, Hall of Fame. We can change our rods and stuff. What's the how-to? Oh, right. Okay. Well, we should look at one of them. Finding fish. Water. Oh, these are our... Oh. Temperature. There's Denny. Bradler? Brader? The Bash prefer water temperatures between... This is such a dad video game. Between... I can move this. Move our windows around here. Well, windows. Bash prefer water temperature between 68 and 72 degrees, but they can acclimate and feed at warmer and cooler temperatures. Cold water shuts off the bite. Avoid incoming freaks when they're running cold. Instead, in winter and early spring, work the corner of the lake that gets the most exposure to sunlight and warm winds, or move to shallow areas that will be affected by warm fronts and water rainstorms. Should also look to deeper water and cold temperatures. Pay special attention to the first major drop-off outside the bay bass. The hay bass? Outside of bay bass will move down the slope and suspend at the preferred temperature. While the bass won't hold in 80-degree water when they have... green. That must have been important. 80-degree water when they have the cooler options. It will roam into the warm shallows on feeding sprees. Look for them to be the most active in early morning and late evening. In many shallow bass lakes, the coolest water can be found in the shade directly beneath dense weed canopies. Especially true in very clear water. Movies. Let's see if one of these plays. Nope.
When casting to fallen trees, try to retrieve your lure alongside the branches. This will keep your lure in the strike zone longer with fewer hangups.
This is one of those movies we'll play afterwards. Oh. Okay. Wow. You cannot take your boat onto land. Huh. These are all individual. Put the depth sonar down here. Oh. Interesting. We're all the way over here. Huh. Wow. We can go full screen with this? So to speak. Oh, and we could just... We could drive this way. Oh, that's so cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go fishing. Ooh, I see lots of fish over here. Oh, lots of fish. Okay. You can't click on anything when you have the spinner Or your reel, rather, in your hand. Let's strafe over here. Wow, some of these are huge. Some of these are really huge. Let's change our okay. See if this will do better. I will say the left and right, up and down on the mouse being relative to where you are in the moment. Like if I go all the way over here, I move just a little bit, now we're facing left, and I find that very strange. I feel like it should be tied to the window. Nice, we got one. Come on, come on. He is going crazy, and I appreciate that. Lots of fish. Oh, man. Angle our cast to be over there. Right in front of this guy. Give him a second here. No. Okay. Come on. Let's change our thing. Jig and pig. Jig and worm. Ooh, jig and worm. Do something until we find one that they like. I think we hit a fish. That's why he swam away.
This is a good time to concentrate on the shallows.
Okay. It's 2 in the afternoon, but... And in the game. And in real life. But according to my computer here, it's almost 8 at night. I should probably set that clock, huh? Alright, let's just stick. When the last time someone streamed this game? Come on. Well, let me go further up. Just gonna sit right. Oh, got one. Come on. He's big too. He's way out there. Oh my god, he's 100 feet on. Yeah. Damn. He just kept going further and further off screen. Yeah, let's try this again. This is a 12-pound fish. Okay, let's leave him right there. Yep. Want us to catch a fish, so. Come on, come on. Reeling him in now. Well, now he's, yep. Now he's going further out. He is just out there. 60 feet away. Okay, we're reeling him in now. 50. Okay, he's on screen again. Okay, I think we've tired him. Okay, here we go. And we caught ourselves a 2-pound, 8-ounce largemouth bass. How fantastic. We caught a fish? Of course we're keeping them. Why the hell not? Okay. Sit and wait. Like seeing lots of little fish here. There we go. The speed at which, like, the fish animation is going on, I don't know if, like, it's supposed to be like this. Same thing with the line tension stuff. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Or is it just the fact that it's on a much more powerful computer than what was expected, and so things are being juiced, you know what I mean? Tied to frame rates or whatever, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass here. It's gonna break. We're literally at the edge. Okay, I'm reeling him in now. Okay. I think he got tired. Like, look at our guy at the bottom there, just like spazzing out. Yep. Almost at 50 feet. Oh. Here he comes. He's tired. Kind of, though. Oh, sweet. 3 pounds, 12 ounces. Bigger than the last one, even though it felt like he was smaller. But, yeah, that's this game. And can we get the big guy to go for it? That's what I want. This, well, there was a way bigger guy up there, but I want to see if we can get this guy. Come on. No. Hit him. And he swam away. Put him right here. Just turns around and bites. This guy's really tiny. Yeah. I'm surprised he was almost 2 pounds, let alone over 1 pound. Or maybe I'm reversing sentence there. But yes, that's this game. Want to save your trip in progress? Yep. Saving fishing trip for Ethan. Sure. Or save states or whatever. Preview.
Welcome to the Trophy Bass Preview. This feature will walk you through the game's controls. You can learn the purpose of each button by moving your cursor over the icon.
Oh. Sierra really had a lot of
This
production
menu
on PC
offers
stuff.
3 ways to fish for bass and
They were
look at the
publishing.
top tournament and career players. Click here to look. Choose. This button takes you to the lake
God,
selection
man.
menu, where you can choose from 5
This is
different
how
lakes.
things were for me as a kid. It was very in-depth, like, explanations
Choose
on
tournament
stuff.
to
Even
enter a
like just
full-blown
education
competition against
software
seasoned
was
bass
like
pros.
this.
Travel to. The weather, season, and water conditions will all affect the fishing, so you'll want to pay close attention to this information. When you click on one of these postcards, you're taken to an actual map of the lake in the picture. You'll be able to fish anywhere you want on the lake. You can choose between a photo map or a topographical map. Travel anywhere on these maps simply by clicking on the place you want to go. Use this. This is the depth of the water directly beneath the boat.
Oh.
Click on this button to go back to the overhead view of the whole lake. This compass, once you've parked your boat at the spot where you want to fish, click on this button to go to the... Click on forward or backwards to move your boat where you want to go. This compass shows you the direction of your boat. Use the arrows to steer your boat while it's cruising. Use the arrow keys on your keyboard to drive your boat anywhere on the lake.
They give you just so many ways to do it. You can just click. You can drive them around with the mouse or your arrow keys.
Use the arrow. That's you fishing in the bow of your boat. That's you fishing in the bow of your boat. Click on this. Here's your fishing guide. He'll give you fishing tips about tackle, techniques, and the way various conditions might be affecting the fishing.
Okay.
Every time you click on this button, you're squeezing some fish formula onto your lure.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
This is your live well.
We didn't check the live
Click
well.
on this button anytime you want to see the number and size of fish.
Dang.
That's to the right of your boat, you have another group of controls. You can change your rod, lure, and even the kind of cast you want to make.
Can't.
This is this.
All self-explanatory.
Use this casting.
And the music begins again. Yes, I want to quit.
Trophy Bass 2 from Sierra, the premier CD-ROM
We call
fishing
this
game.
number.
Get yours today.
Yeah, and it plays that when it wants to leave. All right, that was Trophy Bass. Keyboard out of the way. Mouse out of the way. Bring in and go to main monitor here. We're not quite done yet. Actually, hold on. Let's sit on this for a second. I want to open up a folder. Where did I put this folder? Oh. Let's see. Oh, it feels weird to use my normal mouse again. 5 S. Nothing crazy on screen to find showing. Okay, so this is what was in that Trophy Bass disc. And if we go to a sim here, all of these video files here we can watch. So why don't we watch how to cast? This is the video that would have played on first boot when attempting to do something. Oh, I have it muted. Hold on. Hold the phone. And I have it muted over here.
To autocast, click on this target icon. You're now in control of the target on the screen. Scroll the target to where you want to cast, then click on the left mouse button to place it. Now, simply click on this cast button. To reel in, click on the left mouse button. The longer you hold down the button, the more line you reel in.
Like how the
While
lure
you're
here just looks like
reeling,
a stick.
You can also control the rod position, left, right, up, or down by simply moving the mouse. For more advanced casting methods, please refer to the online help.
Yep, go online. Let's see. Title 2 here. This is what would have played on boot up. I love it. Just actual footage. They got a camera under the water for that. so loud. I love it. I love it, I love it. And then, so all of these here, you know, what could they be? Well, you know, the game has a lot of tips and tricks, and we're going to learn from actual fishermen techniques. I don't know if they apply to the video game, but they're techniques for fishing.
To get a bass to strike out of anger, you often have to find one that he'd rather fight than leave his house. You can judge his attitude by how he reacts to your first few casts. If he moves on, you should move on.
And so you get a whole bunch of these.
Bottom structure is the most common place to find bass. Look for points, drop-offs, and the edges of creek channels.
There's just a couple of these dudes that they got.
When the wind makes it hard to detect strikes on soft plastic baits, switch to Carolina rigging or split shotting. This will let you use more weight without ruining the soft plastics action.
I just click around and just watch these.
In clear water, keep your boat a safe distance from the target.
I just find this
Then
very
make your
funny.
cast long and delicate.
Salamanders are natural enemies to spawning bass, and bass will go well out of their way to attack one. Use plastic lizards in and around cover for best success.
Ian, this is just good advice, you know?
Post-spawn bass can be very fickle. Your best bet is to walk the dog with a stick bait near transitional structure, close to the main lake.
What does that mean? I don't really know.
As the water cools in the fall, the bass slow down. Use lighter jigs because of their slower descent in the water. A slow retrieve will get you more bites.
That last guy there has more charisma than the others, that's for sure.
The water flowing into feeder creeks is sometimes the warmest water in the lake. In early spring, fish structures near these areas.
Seems like he's having a good time.
After spawning, bass tend to school up around creek mouths and main lake points. In the summer, bass usually move to offshore structure in the main lake. Find the schools of shad in these areas, and you'll find the bass.
I just find this very funny. I don't know. I just never watched them all in order.
On bright days, use shade as your ally. Look for pad fields, matted weeds, and any other type of heavy cover.
We're going to stealth around these fish and destroy their metal gear.
If you think you found a bass, make multiple casts. Many times this will aggravate him into striking.
That's pretty good.
If you lose a fish, don't just reel the lure in. Keep working.
Seems smiling
Very
like he's
likely
like
that
trying
other
not to
competitive
crack
bass
about a
will follow.
joke. There was the one guy, I want to see more from him.
Big topwaters.
Someone else. A lot of that guy.
Salamanders are natural enemies.
We watched that one. We'll do a couple
For
more
some
of these.
great midwinter bass fishing, get to know a few small lakes with shallow water. A few warm days can really turn the bass on.
Turn them on. Here we
Use
go.
a grub to imitate a crawfish or a minnow. Jerk it off the bottom and let it fall back on a slack line. Any twitch or change in the fall, set the hook.
I love it too. They are all wearing just this plain white cap.
For curious bass that you can see, throw a lure right next to him, either on the top or on the bottom. When he turns away, twitch the lure to make him come back. Keep doing this till he hits the lure or he leaves.
All right, one more.
In order for crankbaits to really do their job, they need to be bouncing
There's a
against
boat
the
just
bottom
going in the
or cover
background.
that the fish are holding on.
Okay. And that's Trophy Bass. A weird game. An interesting game. Not all that fun game, but a game nonetheless for your personal computer. Yeah, I don't know. What can I say? I find the whole presentation and package very charming. Again, like, this, I feel like it begins in the late 80s, and it ends in, like, 2003, maybe 4 is pushing it, where you would get these, like, let's call them dad programs, but very heavily dense PC programs that, or video games, I guess you call them PC games, where like the actual game itself ain't that good, but it's very in depth on what it's doing, and there's a lot of information. It's a very dense title, and I don't know, it's just like an adult like dad video game, if that makes sense. Like this is someone being like, heck yeah, look at all these options. Look, I can control the weather. I can control the wind direction and speed. I can move the boat to wherever in this lake, you know? I can do all of that. Very cute. That being said, now granted, gotta put this in perspective. This is a Windows 95. Really, it's a Windows 3.1 program. It runs better on 95, and I'm sure the full motion video stuff might not be available on 3.1. I don't know. Depends on the hardware, I guess, you had, not necessarily the operating system. But it's so I'm having to judge it a little bit less. We're talking 256 colors, I think, right? That are available to you, and the installation process for this was a little funny. For this Windows Vista computer from 2007, I think I got it. Was saying, oh, your CD or drive is the speed is not correct because it's faster, stuff like that. I don't know. I digress. I'm gonna give it, for environment, I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's fine. I love PC layouts and stuff like that in games. As much as I prefer playing video games on console, when I do play a PC game, okay, let me rephrase that. So many video games on computers nowadays are the console experience. It's very, very seldom do you see a video game that's like, yes, all of your options are a mouse click away on screen, stuff like that. Very PC-centric layouts, like, a Civilization, which gets upon console ports, or a CRPG like Baldur's Gate 3 instance, but it has, those are transitioned into controller layouts if you're playing on controller and on console. But, games like the first Witcher game, that was the last one that I played. Was very much like, look at how beautiful the layout is on screen. So this game is doing that with all of its menu options and whatnot being just things you click with the mouse. I'm gonna leave it as a 3. Music and sound, I think, is very I don't know. It's kind of corny, the music that was playing while you have a strike. You know what I mean? While you have a fish on. A little funny. I don't think any of it was all that crazy. It's not bad or anything like that. I'll leave it as a 3. Fish variety, I feel like there's a lot here. A lot. A lot. You have a lot of options, and it actually looks like it matters, which is always the tricky part in these games. How much does it matter? How much is it just, we have the options in there, but the fish will bite regardless, right? How much of a variance does depth and line and all that stuff really matter? It's kind of hard to tell. For this, I do get the sense that a lot of that does matter. Fish variety, I hesitate to give it a 5. I really hesitate to give it a 5. I wasn't completely blown away. I will give it a 4. Fishing feel. I feel like it's terrible. I feel like it's not good at all. Spoilers, Trophy Bass 2 doesn't look like it's any different, because I had to boot that game up to make sure it worked. Yeah, just doing it with the mouse, which I get that, like, I get it. A lot of it felt very loose. Things were just happening really fast, and I kind of felt like I had no control over what was going on. I'm going to give Fishing Feel a 2 for this. 12 brings us into the C territory here. Trophy Bass, a C. I'm also going to specify here Windows 3.1/95. Just to put in some perspective. I mean, granted, you can look at the year and be like, okay, well, it's not a Windows XP game, right? Okay. That was Trophy Bass. We're going to move on to our PlayStation title here, Action Bass. So let me get situated here. We're going to say goodbye to our Windows Vista machine here. Let's see. And I want this full screen. There we go. We'll see how this plays. I have no pre-knowledge on this game. I booted up to make sure it works, and that was it. So we'll see. Guess we gotta give it a second. There we go. We've been shot by Take-Two Interactive. Old logo. Old logo. I think this was copyright 2000. Look at this. Unnecessary screen here. Okay, we press start. Now it's just a DVD menu thing bouncing around. We'll go to challenge. E. Area 1. Boathouse cast. Regulation of this area. Rank in 3rd. Release bass under 35 ounces. You can't... 16 ounces in a pound, right? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Lure select. Minnow, popper, spinnerbait. Let's go with spinnerbait. Wow. I was not expecting this view. Up and down don't do anything. Oh, we're still timed. Wow. Okay. Okay. Holding X here to reel in. Down on the analog stick yanks it. Seeing a fish over there. Seriously, we have 3 minutes for this? Oof. The vertexes here are... Yikes. It is building the terrain around us, that's for sure. It tells me I don't get to change what lure I have since it was an option at the very beginning. Triangle, square, and circle don't seem to do anything. Neither do any of the shoulder buttons. It is literally X to reel, and I can flick the left stick down to, like, jerk it towards me, but up and left and right aren't doing any of that. Okay, square brings us over here. Time is still ticking. Wow, okay. Great. Okay, we're on the surface. Oh, fish over there. Ugh. There we go. Come on, come on. Got him. Look at this guy. And he's under 35 ounces, so we have to release him. Caution! Caution! They gave us 3 minutes. Jeez, this really is action bass, huh? Well, we'll stick with, Oh, holding R1 seemed to reel in faster. I just want to see where the fish are. Welcome back, Brett. Where are these fish? I like our dragon back tattoo t-shirt. It's very corny. I love it. Yeah, controls here are very weird. Oh, well, that fish just swam by. Oh, okay. I love the look of that fish on. Okay, line tension's too great. Let's lower it down. Yeah, PlayStation 1 really struggles with its vertices on polygons. And you see it a lot in this game, that's for sure. I kind of wish that the distance stuff going on there was indicated better. Is he big enough? Nice, okay. It is crazy that they gave you 3 minutes. I feel like all the other games that do this type of thing, this kind of tournament time thing, give you like 20 minutes. This is like speed running. There are jabronis with 300 ounces. I don't even see fish. Oh, damn it. Hey, you turn around. Turn around. Hey, Belle. Come on. Come on. Damn it. Yeah. At least we caught a fish. Time up. Wow. I just got schooled. Very screw you music. Continue? No. I love the gunshot sound. It's very funny to me. Bam! You got hit by action bass. There was an option for free. Jungle cloudy fight. Sunset big bass. Let's do that. So we got 4 ponds here. Lakes, whatever they want to refer to it as. I don't know when a pond becomes too big to be called a pond, right? Now we have time to look around. So, not a whole lot you can do. This is very simple. Kind of surprised how simple. Like, you can't determine how far to cast. You can't move your boat. You're just kind of turning in place. It looks okay. But even here, like, I have... Oops, no. I have no option to just quickly reel the thing in, and with that 3 minutes of timer, you really are, like, expected to do things perfectly. Right? If you're gonna cast, it better be good because you have to reel it in. There is no, like, yank it back, you know? Fish doesn't seem to gain any distance away from you when you're not reeling. Right? I'm just not touching anything right now. So I can just let the line tension decrease. And it really is just like a meter that slowly fills when you're holding the X button down. And slowly decreases when you're not reeling. So you just don't fill it up, you know? Alright. Like this baseline. Alright, fish is getting closer to where we are. Not that they want to show where we are. Again, it's just when comparing this to Bassmasters 2000, which we played last time, same year as this game, I believe. Wow, nice. You know, and just how it really did feel like you were in one area. The whole area, you were relative in position to these things. Here, it doesn't feel like that. That's what Real Fishing 2 did, because it did the pre-rendered stream, and then it would cut to the 3D graphics for underwater with the fish. But, like, you weren't there. It was all just ephemeral water. And, like, it's kind of doing the set place, but not really. It really feels like it is kind of just, not making it up, but, like, where we are here is an abstraction of what's underwater, or vice versa. Right? Because we ain't showing the boat. Don't want to bite? I feel like I've seen enough of this game already. And I don't really say that as a good thing. Controller's really vibrating. Oh, we lost it. He got bored. Like an underwater civilization here. What are we, just below? This is just like, line is going straight up. Yeah, see that fade, you know? Again, we don't see any fish in this view. Oh, the fish are made out of sprites. When they're at a certain distance away, the fish is just... it's billboard sprites. When they're close enough... No, even that... Well, that... I don't think that was a fish that we could fight. I mean, even lure action. What does that even really mean? You know? Wow, okay. Throw it at this building here. See, but here, now this one, because it's basically the one that went for it, is a 3D model. This is a big, heavy guy. Music's alright. It's very action-y, you know? Oh, and I lost it. I guess I just... because I wasn't holding down the X button there for a bit to let the tension release. But I guess you do it too much and they just get bored. Yeah, I feel like I've seen enough of this game. Oh yeah, you gonna bite? Wow, okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know, the character model just looks okay. Got a lot of that patented PS1 polygon jitter going on. This is as far right as we can go. Yeah. This is a one-button video game. The X button is the only button that does anything. R1 seems to make it reeling faster, I think. And the left analog stick jerking it down. The D-pad doesn't do anything. Well, the D-pad is like this, but underwater, the D-pad doesn't do anything. So, seems just like, hey, the DualShock is out. There was the dual analog controller as well prior to that. Let's use a feature. I don't know. Silly, I will say. This game is silly. Not a whole lot going on here. Despite its title of Action Bass. Bass. Yeah, I think, oh yeah, I switched to digital and analog mode. That's what the home button does on your controller. Okay. Game don't have no achievements. Alright. That was Action Bass. A semi-bland title, I'm not gonna lie. The environment, man, on PS1... I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of sloppy. That's kind of the impression I get. The whole thing is very sloppy. PS1 is more capable than this, for sure. The whole thing just feels sloppy. I'm gonna give it a 2. Music and sound. There's no line reeling sound. There's no line tension sound. Did it have a cast sound? I think it did. Maybe I'm just making one up in my head. The music, yeah, okay. It's thumping, right? There is some action guitar and bass there. Okay. Wow, that was okay. Fish variety. The fish sizes. I'm gonna, kind of wrap the competition aspect into this category as well. Doesn't really affect too much. If we weren't able to do free fishing, I would hold it against it. Because that 3 minutes is way too short, but that is a good challenge. Can you even get 2 fish in 3 minutes? To me, is a challenge for me. You know what I mean? Having just started that, right? Let alone, like, it seems like that is, it doesn't seem easy. It doesn't feel like you would get bored and be like, wow, this game's too easy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'll give it a 3 to be generous. Fishing feel, man, it kind of just sucked. It just wasn't good for that at all. Action bass, not very actionable. I'm gonna give it a D. Score is 8. That's a D there. Wow. Okay, we're gonna move on to our final title now. This is a 2003 joint. I read that it was planned for 2002, released in 2003, so that might give us clue us in a little bit to relatively the year. We are going to be playing a video game known as Fisherman's Challenge. Oops. Developed by Konami. We are going to save our data, that's for sure. Let's see how this fares. Because who knows? It could be bad like the last one. But maybe it'll be as good as the Blue Marlin was today. Or its other PS2 contemporary, Top Angler. I love this Tony Hawk ripoff logo. All the sports games of the 2000s after Tony Hawk were like, yep, we gotta have our logo look like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater one. I'm seeing a lot of stuff here. Seeing a lot of stuff here. Okay. That's that. Fisherman's Challenge. A very bland name. Yeah, developed by Konami. Copyright 2003. I love this Virtua Fighter 4 like menu we got going on here. Was that us reeling in the loading? Very clever. Let's do tournaments. Okay. Did you get Silent Hill F? No, I didn't. I did not get Silent Hill F. I would like to, but I want to play the remake of 2 first. Okay. He doesn't have a name, but he's 26 and he's single. She's 21 and ready to mingle. He's 32. And his blood type is AB positive. He's 45 and almost 180 pounds. She's 19 and legal. I wonder if in Japan she was younger. Let's see. Oh my god. You know who he looks like? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. I need to pull it up. Where is it? There is a comedian who I know from his crazy YouTube antics around maybe 9 years ago, but he's been doing a lot of stuff recently. He's been in shows like I Think You Should Leave, and he was in that movie as well with that guy, and he does stand up. And he does stand up that the whole gimmick is like AI startup type nonsense things. Anyway, his CG character render deep fake looking dude looks like this guy there. That's what it reminds me of. Is he looks like that. Sorry, that's just what that guy looks like. Okay. Back to the video game. I don't want to play as him. I imagine none of this matters. You sure this angler is okay? Yeah, why not?
Leave it to me.
Oh, they have voices. Alright, we'll have to swap around and play different people. Okay. Okay, there are four tournaments held each year in the novice class. Participate in the novice final held in August. You must score 10 or more points in the 3 preceding tournaments. Receiving first place in the novice finals allow you to advance to semi-pro. Okay. Wow. So this is like our career mode. I thought this was more like you have this amount of time. But no, it's a full-blown career mode. Cool.
Primula Tournament.
Okay. Month of April. A lot of loading, but you know, it was the PlayStation 2. A long load. Okay, I dig it. We're the only person. Oh. Oh, I just used the analog stick. I'm like, which is drive? Okay. I dig it. Want to get closer to the edge over here? Okay. Okay, yep, and we can still move around. She's got the foot controls. Nice. Okay, I can press the X. Okay, I press the X button again, and now I'm in this view. Okay. X button again, just casts.
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, I think X is to, like, set the hook. Oops. Press circle and got out. How do I reel? This is camera angles. Drag rate. Just down on the stick?
What?
Oh, that's right. Circle just gets rid of it.
What?
Oh, L3 is also that. Oh my god, I am using the right stick. And I'm rotating it to reel. Like I'm playing a Mario Party minigame on the 64. Wild. Let's try casting. You shouldn't pose like that with the rod lady. Yeah, I don't think it matters if I'm going clockwise or counterclockwise, but I am rotating the right analog stick to reel. I don't see any fish around. Oh. Spoke too soon. Okay, so pretty much right where the boat is. Oh, you can see us. Okay. Okay, now there's fish. I feel like those rocks were where there was fish before. Okay. We let this sink further. Oh, we got a. Oh, yep.
Go for it!
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, but this is kind of cool.
What?
Oh. Damn. Okay. This is far more interesting than I expected. Okay, look at that blue bar down there. I'm not pressing anything right now. You can see it goes up relative to my left analog stick, like how far away. So it's got that going on. Again, I'm reeling. Now it's going up just because I'm reeling. That thing that popped up in the bottom right corner, that was it trying to tell us, hey, you got a fish or fish that has your lure in sight. And it wants it. Boy howdy, does it want it. Let's let it sink down a little bit. L2 and R2 are affecting drag. L1 and R1 are your camera angles. Because again, your analog sticks are used for reeling. Come on, guys. Someone come and bite. I could also try changing my lure. Be something, Vibration unit. Oh, okay. Select is the live well. Wanted to change the lure. Why does it feel like I keep casting the same spot regardless? I'm like in the same. I think it's faking. I think it might be faking position. Yeah, because I'm in the same spot no matter what. So it isn't one big continuous underwater layout. Oh, we have 2 minutes left. No, yeah. Well, 2 slow minutes. Or 2 hours, in-game hours, and the minutes are not quite seconds. They're like 3 seconds to 1 minute. See if we can get something. On Fishy. Yeah, I can very slowly control the rate. Oh, this is cool. Oh. No, it does matter. I was much closer to the rocks before. I think my boat is just over those rocks, and so like that's why it. Let's try this. Oh, fish already sees us.
Steady now.
Okay. Oh, do we need to stay in the green? No.
What?
Damn. Fish was interested. Alright, let's just rest for a second here. Yeah, and that little cam in the bottom right corner is like from the fish's perspective. Is a little funny. It's gotta suck to be a fish. You're just constantly cold. Kind of wish the camera changing was more of just like you hold it down and it just slowly pans or rotates until it does where you want it to be, goes where you want it to be. Instead of this Oh, he saw it, but he turned around. Hey, there's that fish over there, which is facing our direction. Slowly turns away. Oh, that guy was swimming up.
30 minutes remaining.
Damn. Why don't we try somewhere else? Here. Really shallow here. Any fish? I don't see any fish. Oh, there's a rock. Oh, I see a fish. See a couple. Come on, man.
You're over the time limit.
I guess that means I'm done, right? Damn. Tournament failed. Didn't catch a single fish. Oh. Oh, retired just meant stop. Well, I mean, wouldn't have won, obviously. So we have to choose our tackle before we even start. It is interesting. I'm kind of loving this menu. Lure. Oh, it's just my collection. Well, a little confused there. Fishing shop. Please buy. We have 300 bag. Is that Bass Action Gold. Okay, so we just have a third. Weird.
Violet Cup.
We gotta figure out how to change what our tackle is, because I wanted to. I wonder if, like, you can't do it while you're standing ready to cast. Maybe you have to... Because there's the driving mode, there is the foot pedal motion driving mode, and then there is casting. Select doesn't do anything here. Start brings us to that. Okay, square here. Okay. Honestly, I'm okay with... Oh, we're on the other side now.
What?
Oops.
Go for it!
What?
Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, we got one. Got one coming. Oh, he gave up. I just didn't want it on the ground, you know? Okay.
Steady now!
Okay. I am doing the Mario Party thing with my right hand on the right analog stick. It is insane. Damn. I guess not good for the palm. Damn. Also, the problem is these spinners sink too fast. Angle it a little bit over. Hmm. Will they see me if I'm down here in the weeds? Because what they're doing is, you can tell because of the little picture-in-picture cam there, they're initially seeing it, and then they're immediately going like, nah. You know what I mean? Maybe we, change. Let's try this kind. Yeah, one that kind of hangs out a little bit more. Oh. Kind of chill for a second. There's one up there. Scale it down a little bit. Yeah, I wish I had better camera control, but I get it. They're using both analog sticks to reel, so you kind of have to just use shoulder buttons, I guess. Couple over there. One more there. Yeah, there's a few hanging out around the weeds here. Why don't we angle a little bit away? Oh, okay. Where'd he go? Oh, is it supposed to be raining? Ugh. Almost. You know what? Let's go back to our spinner. We know that was working. And at least the boat doesn't really seem to be scaring them away either. Will they like a shiny one? Might help it stick out in the weeds better. Come on. Someone, please. Guess I don't have to reel it in fast, huh? I guess that's kind of my fault for just going ham on the stick here. That would be fun to do, but that would be a very, very, very costly setup to do. Hey, there's us. Now let's cast towards land. I want to be able to say we caught a fish in this game, because I think this game's neat. Everything about it. Part of my issue, though, is the impatience. Try this kind. This one sinks too. One hour remains. No. Oh. Here comes one now. Oh, no. Yes, okay. Ah, we lost our hook. I mean, lose our hook, but like that's what the green is. We don't want that to go away. Wonder how it's the best way of keeping that on, because that's how I keep losing every time.
30 minutes remaining.
I don't think we're catching a fish. I feel like a fool. But a lot of this is also like, what's the manual at, you know? See what that says, that type of stuff. Alright, well, we're gonna have to call it. This game is neat, though. This game is far more complex than what I expected, honest to God. I wasn't expecting the game to be as different, I guess, as the other kind of a full polygonal body of water fishing games that we've been doing so far. Environment, I think it looks really nice. Underwater is a little bland, a little simple. I feel like more could have been, I don't know. It's a little bit hard to see some of the fish, and the camera angle stuff is not ideal. I'm gonna give it a 3 because I think it's just okay. Music and sound, not really special. The menu music stuff is cool, but like we have very serviceable, you know, captured audio of rain right now that we're listening to, and the reeling sounds and all that stuff is serviceable. I'll give that a 3 as well. Fish variety, we're buying lures and rods and all that. We're seeing basically just bass the whole time. Maybe other ponds or lakes or whatever have a different setup.
You're over the time limit.
We're over the time limit. Game is still going. There we go. Yeah, I guess I would just give that a 3 as well. Fishing feel is wild. When we were doing the Nintendo 64 one, how that game worked was when you went to go cast, you would hold, this was Bassmasters 2000, down on the analog stick, and then you would release, kind of like flicking the thing out there. And I would hold this controller, you know, to myself, and I would just do this with the stick to imitate reeling. To me, that felt not really intuitive, but it felt right to do. And that's what this game does with the right analog stick. It has actual analog tension with the left stick in mind. I think it's really neat. You got the fish cam. I wouldn't really say that's a part of fishing feel. Maybe more so in environment, maybe. I don't know. I think the fishing feel is kind of stellar. I don't know if I can give it a 5 because I never caught a fish, but that's a me problem. That's a skill issue. I think there's a lot of depth there. I'll give it a 5 for fishing feel. Gives it a score of 14 out of 20, which puts it in B territory. Not bad. Not bad at all. And, yeah, I will move this stuff around off stream, and we'll look at it next time. But the Blue Marlin is now tied with top angler, Real Bass Fishing, with a 17. 17. Relative to the platforms that they're on. Trophy Bass, interesting. And it was an interesting game. It has a lot of quirks to it. But overall, just kind of mild. Action Bass, which was a huge letdown. Very simple video game. Not much going on. The low point of today's outing. And Fisherman's Challenge was wild in what it was going. I would love if there was a sequel to that game, or another fishing game made by the same team at Konami, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for watching. There'll be another one of these at some point. I'm not going to schedule the stream quite yet. I need to do a bit more research on other systems and stuff like that, because I want to kind of move past PS2 a bit here, maybe try maybe a Wii game or something like that. We'll see, because a lot of these are tied up in franchises that I want to go one at a time with. We did Bassmasters 2000. That's not the first one of the Bassmasters games. You know, I kind of was I wanted to do a Nintendo 64 game. So we'll see. I like doing 4 different games on 4 different platforms each time. I think that's neat. Helps us get perspective. But yeah, trophy hunting returns tomorrow along with a new episode of S-Rank the podcast. That's a video, not a stream. You'll want to watch that. It'll be a lot of fun. There are shorts every single day. Please like and subscribe, or at least like those. And yeah, lots of cool stuff on the horizon. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.